like a girl.
Is anyone taking a shit, or is everyone here?
Is Alex,
Alex, did
is
someone
Alex
message?
here? I did, but he hasn't replied back.
Poop
Oh.
fan. Jesse eats dicks.
Make some team names too. Come on, I want to see
yeah,
the fucking ass Rams versus fuck Jesse or something.
We are Waruda.
Yeah,
Where's
Waruda
Nipple
with,
Tits, the
with
team?
Jesse face.
Someone? Oh, that's something.
Little Asian, what? I can't.
Oh, little
That's
Asian in the
Asian in the
whiteys. Alright, you guys ready?
Right.
Let's go!
Well, I
Might
got
go low.
fun, guys.
Did we unlink?
I'm still with
Yes.
you guys, hold on. Alright, we're separated. Okay, recording start, and we're playing the Dota. It's another fabulous in-house draft captain's video game that was happening right here. Gonna be Profanity Jesse versus Little Asian and the Whiteys. This is a classic matchup, really. I mean, you look at the classic matchups, Na'Vi versus Alliance, way up there. You got, Team Secret versus EG, but now that's all old news. This is F Jesse versus Little Asian and the Whiteys, and yeah, okay, you're gonna have F Jesse is going to go in with the Winter Wyvern, and Little Asian and the Whiteys going with the Wind Ranger. So what's in the pool? What's good? Earthshaker. Would be surprised if that hero's not picked or banned, same as the Doom, although maybe everyone's just going to realize that hero is no fun and just pretend he doesn't exist. As far as supports go, I think Lion's going to be pretty hotly contested, as well as this Ancient Apparition, although the usual Ancient Apparition players are... Flanny's the one I know most, and he's not in this game, so we'll see if they choose to pick him up, but F Jesse will go with the Bloodseeker ban. Yeah, nothing else really jumps out to me right now as ban-worthy besides the Doom, so we'll have to see what they go for. It'll probably be those teamfight heavy heroes, the Axe and the Earthshaker at the top jump to mind, but we'll have to see what they go for. About a minute and 40 seconds for the Little Asian and the Whiteys, and let me just check if I turned open mic on, because I don't remember. And, okay, I did, cool. Cool. Well, let's just check all the other settings while we're here, why not? Okay. Alright, what I miss? Absolutely nothing, because, as we all know, you only got 2.5 minutes in the captain's draft picking phase, and you gotta use about half of it on the bans. They're gonna go with the Invoker. With Timpura on the other team, this isn't too much of a surprise, and the final ban from F Jesse is gonna be the Doom. Not too much of a surprise. I guess they didn't want to pick it since they did have the first pick. And anyway, Little Asian in the Whiteys going with the Omni Knight ban to round things off. So, first pick for F Jesse is gonna be Earthshaker, and no surprise there. Great hero, versatile. You can put him off lane, support. You can even put him mid. And according to my pub games, I've seen him safe lane as well as a farmer. So pretty much anywhere you put him, he's going to be good. Probably better in that off lane support role, but versatility always great to pick up in the early phases. And the Law have 2 picks in a row here, so let's see what they go for. Knowing that F Jesse already has a great team fight here on their lineup. About 40 seconds left for them, and they're really going to be pressed for time, and it's going to be minTea drafting for them, and Molester drafting for F Jesse. So Law go into the Lion as their first pick, about 30 seconds left, and a lot of hesitation now. They're going to go for the AA, so like I said, don't know who's going to play this hero, but just seems to be very popular among this fabulous group of people we have here. Well, we have a bit of a quiet time in the draft. Let's give a shout out to our sponsors. 100% orange juice, 99% rage, 1% orange juice. I think that's how it goes. We're not officially sponsored by orange juice, but don't tell anyone. It's a shame to not see We Are Waruda, the best team in the world here, but, sometimes, a little message from Calamode saying he's loving the cast. Oh, I'm loving you too, boy, girl, fabulous individual, you wonderful. Okay, Phoenix is going to be the pickup for F Jesse here. Most likely going to be played in the off lane, so relegating Earthshaker to support. I think Phoenix is actually disgustingly good as a 4-position hero, but it's kind of hard to pull off, and you got to do that roaming thing. There was a game where I did it, but I wouldn't recommend watching it. It was like over an hour game, and it kind of dragged out. Anyway, what we got? 30 seconds for F Jesse. Dong Molester is running low on time, and he's going to go into Wraith King. Everyone likes the King. Skeleton King, Wraith King, Sand King, King of New York, Obama. This is a Tim draft. Okay, Calamode is feeding information that Tim is sending dark whispers into the Dong Molester's ears. So we're going to see Little Asian and the Whiteys go into the Necrophos and the Axe. Probably a mid Necrophos, maybe even an offlane Axe, considering we have a Lion and an AA probably taking up the support roles. But anyway, as you know, rule of thumb here is whenever you listen to Tim in the drafting phase, your chances of winning, you know, if they start at 50%, every piece of advice you hear from Tim just drops by 5%, easy peasy. So last 2 picks from F Jesse are going to be Skywrath Mage and Weaver. Weaver is a really risky pick into the Lion and the Axe, and Ursa's going to be the last pick for Little Asian and the Whiteys. So, this is a very interesting draft. Definitely not what I would expected. But then again, looking at what's left in the pool, I think the best heroes for this group were certainly chosen. Actually, a bit surprised that they left the minTea Meepo in the pool. Definitely seen him just snowball a game or two on his own with that hero, but I guess he didn't think it was a good, I guess with the Earthshaker and the Phoenix AoE, Meepo already not looking too attractive. So as everyone picks their heroes, let's think about what the lanes are going to be. I'm just not sure what the mid hero for F Jesse is going to be. Maybe it's going to be the Weaver, or maybe they'll do the Phoenix with an offlane Weaver. Little Asian the Whiteys probably going to go into a safe lane Ursa, mid Necro, Tickle, offlane Axe, yeah, that sounds about right. And support duo is going to be Skywrath Mage and Earthshaker. So it's always nice when you have the Skywrath Mage in combination with just one hero that just be like, bam, stun, and then they take a bunch of damage. So anyway, set us up with last hits here. Let's go into the cast. We're going to have, playing for the Radiant, Little Asian and the Whiteys. It's going to be Mom Spaghetti Nyan. On the Ancient Apparition, Mint Soap is going to be picking up the Lion. Tiggle This on the Axe. minTea is on the Ursa Bear. And finally, Hankinator on the Necrophos. Did I get everyone? I'm going to say I got everyone. If I didn't get you, I'm sorry. Meanwhile, it's going to be Reg playing the Weaver for F Jesse. PinoSmash going to be picking up the Earthshaker, a favorite of his. And a very nice... oh, I love that totem. Dog Molester is going to be picking up the Wraith King, a very manly hero. COTE is going to be grabbing the Skywrath Mage, and Timpura on the Phoenix. So, a bit of an interesting players. You know, haven't seen these players. You know, PinoSmash definitely a signature hero of his, the Earthshaker, but not every day you see a Timpura Phoenix. So we're in for a bit of a surprise, and a little bit of anger coming out, a little bit of a, you know, a little bit of salt maybe. All right, so. Is there sound? I feel like I'm not hearing any sound. Okay, I heard birds chirp. Am I recording? Oh my goodness. Okay, so apparently I didn't record any of the draft, whatever. Looks like we're gonna have 4, yeah, gonna claim the top rune for them. And at the bottom rune for, oh, Timpura's gonna go for the swoop, and he gets the bounty rune, so it's gonna be double bounty runes for F Jesse, and Oh, and then here, you know, it's not an in-house without a little crap talk. So Tim was already out of control. Gonna grab that first bounty rune for himself. Gonna give him a good advantage in this lane. And whenever you're a Phoenix, ooh, nice block gonna come out from Pino. But whenever you're a Phoenix, the early Tranquil boots are just gonna make your lane so much better. And we'll have to see what kind of crazy item build he goes into next. Although I'm sure there's gonna be a Radiance down the line, because that's an item that's moderately good on this hero, but not really. So the mid matchup is going to be the Weaver, like I thought was one of the possibilities, versus the Hankinator Necrophos. So going with the Heartstopper Aura first, I guess it's okay. I really don't think it's a great level 1 skill though. I think both of these Probably Death Pulse and then in the Sadist, but honestly, I feel like this early point in Heartstopper kind of seems good on paper, but never really works out as nice as you want it to. COTE's going to try to harass on Tickle, but he's actually going to join the creep wave, so he'll take way more damage for himself. But I think the lane to keep an eye on is this one right here with Timpura in the off lane. He's going to be pretty careful. He does have the dive up though, so until minTea hits level 2, they're not going to have the lockdown to really take him out. Yeah, the level 2s on all these Radiant heroes is going to be what they need to secure this kill, so not too much here. Reg's taking quite a bit of harass, and Weaver's not the strongest laning hero. I think this hero is almost never seen mid, and it's just because he's not that strong in lane. He's a pretty good safe lane, although he hasn't been a popular hero, and I think TI3 was the last time he was picked pretty often, but kind of a shame. I really like the hero. We'll have to see what Reg does with it. Pretty versatile in terms of the item builds. You could the big dilemma on him, at least from my perspective, is Scotty versus Deso. I think they're both great UAMs. We'll have to see what happens. As Tickle This is going to be running around. He's actually picked himself up a Mango and a bunch of Tangos. Mango, Tango, la 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 la. And okay, what starting items we got here? Starting early Magic Wand from minTea. Not sure how worth this is, considering it's only the Phoenix in this lane, but maybe she's hoping to roam and pick up some charges to help keep off the map. And it looks like COTE's rotated into mid. Hankinator is going to start to take a lot of damage. Once the Silence Sword off, it's actually going to be Reg that's in trouble. And he's going to tank hits for the tower. First blood will be claimed by Hankinator on the Necrophos. A little bit over-aggressive, and his a little bit silly Heartstopper aura build will end up securing him the kill. But, I mean, really. Silence going to come out from COTE. He's actually going to try to go for it again, but I think he's got another Death Pulse once it wears off, and he doesn't even need it. With 1,200 gold in the bank, he's going to... A little sad face going to come off from him. 1,200 gold. He's going to have a quick bottle or whatever the heck he wants. Timpura going to pop the Spirit's going to throw him. minTea doesn't care, though. He's going to have the attack speed to burn through. Tim forced to dive away, and he's low. Will pop the salve, though. Be able to stay in the lane. And with level 3 on Timpura and rapidly... rapidly approaching his Tranquil Boots, it's going to make the lane a lot easier. Nice stun from minTea. minTea is going to try to get in there. He does have the boots advantage over Timpura, and with his getting his mana drained as well, without those spirits, a lot less dangerous. So even if he can get away with the Icarus dive, not exactly the most threatening of heroes. And meanwhile, looks like we're going to have a rotation from Mom Spaghetti. No points in the cold feet quite yet, so this is a very tough kill to get, especially since Reg is so mobile and Hankinator doesn't have a stun. So he will throw out some harass, and I don't know... Oh, he's just going to run over here, claim this double damage rune for himself. Doesn't have a bottle. Looks like he's just going to go right into the Aquila, but I think he actually really needs the bottle in order to keep himself sustained in this lane. Shout out to my boy Calamode on the stats. He's going to provide us all the down and dirty details about each and every player in this game, and you know, by the end you're going to feel like you need to take a shower because you're going to be so disgustingly overwhelmed by the stats. Anyway, what's going on top lane? Who's got what? Tickle This looks like he's only used up his first set of tangos, so lane's going pretty well for him. 1-1-1 build. Not too much to say about this. This is pretty much going to be an axe. He's got only 5 last hits so far, but I imagine he's having... Actually, Timpura has more last hits, but I feel... Oh, he has more levels as well, actually. Wow. I guess Tickle This has gotten zoned a bit, but it looks like the supports from the Radiant have been rotating a little bit, been pulling here. Looks like the constant rotations from COTE have opened up axe to get a little more farm, but yeah, Timpura has definitely managed to get a lot more out of this lane so far. I guess that's the level and bounty rune advantage coming into play as well. So Reg's gonna pop a salve, almost has, he's sitting on about, yeah, he must be saving up for the bottle. He's got 670 gold. He could sell this branch from his inventory for some reason, that would help him up. And Phase Boot's gonna come out from Ursa, so not sure, I kind of feel like going the Blink first on Ursa is the best route in most situations, but the Phase Boots, you know, help you secure last hits, and if you see an Ursa running at you with Phase, like this guy is right now, Timpura's going to pump the slow, but he's going to have to dive away, and that's exactly the advantage of the Phase Boots showing right there. If you just run at the hero, they're going to be forced to dive out. minTea actually almost dies himself. And in the meantime, it looks like Hankinator managed to pick up a kill on Reg, and it looks like he's going to say, who needs boots? We're just going to go right into the mech. And prioritizing Death Pulse. Maybe this was an accidental point in Heartstopper, but we'll see. Tickle This first Dong Molester. The Molester of the Dongs has just not been able to pick up any boots or anything. Maybe he's just going to go no boots into Midas or whatever crazy build you can imagine. And as far as levels goes, he is keeping ahead, and he will have that level 6, so if Tickle This starts to get a little reckless, he will be okay. Meanwhile, though, Timpura just sitting on the bottom lane hasn't even picked up his Tranquil Boots yet. This is really surprising. The courier is just sitting here right now, so I think it'd be really wise for him to do so, unless he's planning on going straight into the Midas without the Tranquil Boots. Then I can't even imagine a thing greedier than that in my life. Like, oh my goodness. He's gonna throw out the spirits on the minTea. If he could dive aggressively, he might be able to secure the kill. This spirit won't be enough to burn him out. But actually, they're gonna dive on the mint soap instead. They're gonna hex on the Reg, but the burn damage from Timpura. They need like one more right click, and Reg's be able to secure the kill. And he's gonna assert dominance with a nice swarm. So, a bit of a surprise rotation come out. They might have even switched up the lanes a little bit. COTE's gonna put the silence on the Hankinator, but with the death pulse coming out at level 2, it's gonna... Oh, he's gonna survive on 20 HP. And there you go. If that was a level 3 death pulse, definitely a kill. But anyway, Hankinator has picked up his bottle, so even without the boots, he's looking pretty good. Mom Spaghetti rotating around the map, kind of pressuring this top lane, so... Molester is actually leading the last hit leader, so things are going pretty well for them, but unfortunately the mid lane seems to have been lost pretty hard by F Jesse. They've switched heroes around, they've rotated Reg into the bottom lane, they've tried to rotate COTE into soak up experience, but no one can really stand up in this lane. And minSoap's going to go aggressive with the Timpura, will be able to cancel out the clarity, but she's ticking down from the swarm, a couple right clicks. Tower might be able to finish off the bug, and she's about to go down. Oh, the bug not being able to finish off in time. Reg's gonna sluice right back. He's actually gonna pop his ult and end out just fine. So a little bit too much aggression. Sometimes you just gotta let him have the clarity. And Tim does manage to pick up the tranquil boots. And with this level 6, it's actually a possibility for him to go on this Ursa. But you always have to remember that with overpower, going on this Phoenix is never a done deal. Or the Phoenix ult is never a done deal when Ursa's around. Anyway, it looks like PinoSmash is the sole individual sitting in this top lane, sitting at level 3, definitely trying to pick up some experience, and I can't imagine his item progression is too great with only a Sage's Mask in the bank. Not too good. COTE has managed to pick up the boots from his roaming, but he's actually choosing to put 2 points in the concussion shot, which is a bit silly, and looks like Reg and Timpura are going to go and be able to finish off Ursa, and okay, wow. They'll get it. I didn't see it, but nice clean kill for them. I guess they didn't have the right clicks or he was low already. It's kind of tough to call. And they're going to rotate Mom Spaghetti down to try to stop this strange dual offlane from going well. You know, at the start of the game, this Phoenix wasn't getting much, but with the rotation of Reg, they're actually getting quite a bit out of this lane. And maybe when Ursa comes back, they can focus something on. I'm going to pop the dust immediately on the Reg, but without the instant stun, it's going to end up being wasted. And Timpura, in fact, is looking to get aggressive. He does have the dive to get out, but the Hex is going to come out. minTea's going to come in. Going to try to get the right clicks off. Timpura are going to throw down the slow damage on a Mom Spaghetti. Mom Spaghetti looks like he's going to go down, and Timpura is low, doesn't have a salve. Salve was popped by somebody, I think. Oh, the courier almost goes down to Reg. Well, there's going to be a stun on the Reg. He has a bottled Invis Root as well as Shikuchi, so he's able to run himself out. And Timpura with the Tranquil Boots. Is he going to take the... Oh, no, he's not going to be that greedy. Oh, he's going to claim the rune. And they look like they're trying to turn it around, but with the rotation from Hankinator, he'll get silenced, actually. They might be able to kill him. This would be a pretty big kill. I'm pretty sure he's the highest net worth. He's going to pop the ult on a COTE. COTE will go down. He's dead for 52 seconds, so that definitely triggered. Reg gonna, double damage going to pop by Hankinator. Can Reg finish him off in time with the heal? Hankinator needed one more right click, but they're not going to be able to get it. Going to bottle up and heal a bit. In the meantime, Timpura is going to dive out as minTea goes deep. And it looks like the king has gone down on top. Tickle this, glad to claim that long cooldown. But PinoSmash is rotating in. Going to let the fidget block. Follow up stun from the Dong Molester. And do they have the slows? PinoSmash, he does have the slows. He's going to hold him in place and smack him down. Oh boy, we got action all over the map. 9 minutes in, 9 kills across the game. This is looking up so far. Let's check item progressions because this is a fast-paced game and we got to keep track of every little thing. Major items coming out from no one really. We've got the Arcane Boots on Hankinator. Not a bad choice. He'll probably go into the Greaves, but it's really the mech that's going to make that make a difference for that hero. Looks like Timpura will go into the Midas, so he's not a complete fool. And Reg, big Aquila, but no major items. Looks like they're going to dive on. Timpura's going to dive on a Mom Spaghetti, and he will go down. Cold Feet not going to pocket time. Tickle's rotated in. He's going to slow on Dong Molester. If you can get the 2-man call next to Creeps, oh, the Creep's going to come. He's going to get a couple spins off. Dong Molester going to start taking damage. Tickle this does have the dunk. He can dunk him right now, but he does get the vision. He's trying to chase. He's just ignoring if he gets the stun by the Timpura, he's going to die, but Timpura has the sweep, and Tickle just won't be able to get the dunk off in time. Meanwhile, what's happening on the mid lane? Reg's going to try to contest Hankinator at this rune spot, and with the silence from COTE, Hankinator's going to be scared off, but COTE is not level 6 yet. They're putting some grass. minTea's coming up from the bottom, though. Reg's diving deep. He does have the ult to get out of the situation. Hankinator does have his ult up in 9 seconds. They're diving deep, and they will be able to secure the kill. Meanwhile, looks like Timpura is able to finish off minSoap on top. Reg has dived back into minTea. He does have the invis up. Oh, he goes down before he gets it off. Fissure from PinoSmash is not going to connect, and oh boy. All of a sudden, we were from 9 kills at 9 minutes to 14 at 9 minutes, and the action continues. No, that's just COTE picking up a rune, so... Ooh, boy. Action-packed game. Phoenix will pick up the Midas and switch over to net worth here. So yeah, Hankinator on the Necrophos leading by a pretty sizable margin, but the next 3 heroes are all on Dire, and I don't think the Necrophos enough is going to be able to carry this game. COTE, Cold Feet will not proc. PinoSmash will throw out the Fissure just to protect him. And let's see where the rotations are happening on the map. Looks like Tickle and Dong Molester fighting it out, mono aim mono, but looks like nothing going to amount of it. Meanwhile, COTE has picked up his level 6, but if he wants to use that ult, he's really not going to be able to use his other spells, so he's pretty mana constrained at the moment. Meanwhile, Timpura just going to throw it sick harass on the Hankinator, but he's got plenty of mana for Death Pulse. He's actually prioritized the Heartstopper, or a classic question of builds coming out from Hankinator, but he's their main hope in this game. Fissure is just going to whiff, so no worries. Alright, what do we got on the bottom lane? minTea's gone into the Morbid Mask, so helping it sustain, secure more farm for later. But out of the cores, it's actually Tickle this that's not been having too great of a time. With the Tranquil Boots, he's doing okay, but he hasn't really made the progression to his Blink. And if you compare that to the off-lane Phoenix on the other team, who's managed to pick up a full Midas and is well on his way to earn, you can see he's having a much better time. So PinoSmash is going to take a lot of damage from creeps. I don't know what the reasoning behind this is. Going to pop a Fissure. Mom Spaghetti sitting at level 5. Prioritize the Ice Vortex. Maybe they're trying to get PinoSmash's boots, because I imagine it's pretty rough. Oh, and they're going to drop a ward right into the Sentry Vision of the Dire, so that's not going to be too good for them. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, going to have Mint Soap and minTea, the Mint pair. Going to be trying to pressure this bottom lane as Hankinator picks up this mech. So I think with this mech pickup now on Hankinator, the team fight from Law is going to come out a lot stronger. Obviously that HP swing is going to make these aggressive moves from Timpura a lot less likely to work. Timpura does have the egg, and he's probably going to have to use it if he doesn't want to die to the tower. He will be able to secure the kill on Mom Spaghetti, but a rotation will come in. Hankinator's there, minTea's there. They might even kill the egg before it gets off. He does. Oh, he's going to be able to dive out, actually. He'll be fine. So that was very close. Slightly faster rotation from minTea, so they could have secured that kill, but, you know, it's kind of... You really don't... You don't see Phoenix a lot, so I think you forget how aggressively that hero can play when he has his ult up. Alright. So meanwhile, Mr. Mom Spaghetti's one creep away from getting his level 6, which is going to make a huge difference. But unfortunately, he's just sitting on brown boots, so as far as our supports go, not too much item progression. Mint Soap on the bottom lane actually has gone for components of the Tranquil Boots, but not the boots of speed himself. Should be looking to pick that up soon. Our Earthshaker friend is a couple gold short of the boots, and last support is the Skywrath Mage, who's done the best of all so far with the Tranquil Boots, and do like that choice very much when you're playing from behind like this. Arcane Boots are great on the hero. COTE going to start to move aggressively, going to throw out some harass on a Hankinator, but he has a regen rebuttal, so actually it's not going to really amount to much at all. And meanwhile, PinoSmash going to TP up to the top lane. It looks like there's a dive happening, actually. And it looks like Dong Molester almost went down to Axe, but even if he did, he would have had the ult up. So a little bit too much of an aggressive movement out from Tickle. I really doubt he would have been going so deep if he would have known that Dong Molester had the ult up. And with 2,200 gold, he could pick up the Blink Dagger right now, but we'll have to see if he goes into the Midas or save for the Radiant or what. Meanwhile, Mom Spaghetti is sneaking around, picking up some experience, trying to get his... Oh, he gets his level 6, so good. That's gonna, again, a lot of little things are coming together for Law right now that can make their team fights really strong, so... I think what Law need to do in order to put themselves in a really good spot in this game is just take 1 or 2 team fights around heroes they know they can kill. So, the Dong Molester is kind of a tough kill right now because they have to kill him twice, but I think they can pretty reasonably do it. And a long sustained fight is really what Law are looking for since they have this Necrophos here. So they should be looking... they could potentially burst down Reg, but they don't have a ton of burst. Although with the Lion picking up level 6, it's definitely a possibility. But yeah, you can see the rotations from the Radiant just haven't been great. They're here, and everyone... Basically, Dire have no reason to be afraid. They can see 4 out of 5 heroes on the Radiant, so they say, okay, there's 3 top, there's 1 bottom, and there's 1 missing. So these guys can push mid without any fear of repercussion, and they'll see the TPs in. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, Reg and minTea just trading farm. Mint Soap going to pick up the Tranquil Boots. Smoke has actually been picked up by minTea, which suggests he's going to try to go into Roche at some point. And it looks like there's going to be a bit of engagement on the mid lane. COTE dropping a bit low, but Hankinator not going to be able to finish him off. And it looks like there's a fight happening at top. Timpura's going to dive in, throw the spear. He's going to get stunned, actually. Ult from Mom Spaghetti. Might be able to finish off Tickle, and he will go down. Timpura going to pop the ult. Dong Molester's held in place. So minTea's going to go down, and Mom Spaghetti looks like he's going to be soon to follow. As the egg will clean up on 3 heroes on the top lane, and excellent rotations coming out from F. Jesse. Meanwhile, Reg continuing to farm the bottom lane. minTea has gone into Roshan, and it looks like there's not going to be any awareness that this has been happening. And yeah, Hankinator pushing the top mid lane for the Radiant. So the thing is, like, if they want to go in on top and be aggressive, which I don't think they should, they at least need to have Hankinator with them, because that's their heal boss, and PinoSmash is going to stop this push. Wraith is going to come into the mid lane, as minTea will claim the Roche, and he has picked up the Blink Dagger, so he's going to go on the Hankinator, but he doesn't have enough mana for the ult. He does have stick charges, though. If Hankinator ults him right now before he can get the stick charges off, he'll be dead. Oh! He didn't realize it, that's why. He didn't check the mana cost, but either way, it's going to be a kill on Wraith King, which is nothing to be scoffed at. minSoap has broken the Tranquil Boot, so she's not going to be able to catch up to PinoSmash, and minTea's rotated in with his Aegis, and I think... Oh, he's bought something, hasn't he? He should have more gold than this. Perhaps there's something on the courier here. Yeah, he's got the Blink Dagger. So meanwhile on top lane, Timpura gonna get a kill on the Axe. He's gonna be very low. He might shatter from the Ice Blast. No, it looks like he's gonna be a little bit too high to take out from it. He's gonna earn himself up, pop the Midas, and they're going to see him with this ward they planted here, so they're going to try to go for him, but with the Tranquil Boots and another Urn Charge, this could be very bad for them. minSoap aggressively rotating in. COTE going to slow Hankinator, prevent the movement up. Timpura thinking about going in. He's going to throw the Spirits to kind of dissuade them from diving further. He has the dive, but no ult. Hankinator's going deep. He does have the Mech and the Death Pulse, but not enough mana for both, but with the Arcane Boots coming up, he will. He's going to use the stun to hold him in place, and Timpura will go down. That's a big kill. 817 gold goes the way of the Ursa. Meanwhile, COTE throwing the damage onto Hankinator, but not going to fall. Actually, stun, not going to connect. Dong on it. Whoa! This is actually going everywhere. Dog Molester gonna be able to finish off Hank. minTea gonna blink in aggressively. Finger of Death gonna come out on Pino. Pino will drop the Echo, but it's gonna be in vain. minTea with the Aegis is manning up. He's probably gonna lose his first life here. The AAL comes in from Moss Spaghetti. Gonna connect on both. And then when the Ursa comes back, they might be able to take out Dog Molester. He's gonna have to blink up. He blinks too far, and Dog Molester might be able to get a return kill. Oh, he does have the Aegis up. He does have his ult, rather. minSoap goes down to COTE in the meantime. Mom Spaghetti looks like he's gonna drop to Dog Molester, and minTea's gonna come in and try to get some revenge. COTE doesn't have mana. He has stick charges, and Dog Molester is starting to take a lot of damage, and he's not gonna be able to outrun minTea. He's gonna blink forward to finish off the kill, and Tickleness is coming to the fight as well. Meanwhile, he's just gonna call on the creeps, and I think that's the end of it. No, Timpura is coming to dive in aggressively. If he has his ult, he can afford to do this. He's going Radiance. I knew he would. He's so dumb. Timpura gonna be able to finish off Tickle. And in the meantime, COTE is getting dived under tower by minTea. PinoSmash is gonna throw out the fissure. They're gonna phase boots and run away, but here comes Timpura. He's gonna pop the ult, but he's not gonna be able to finish off the Hankinator. Maybe he will. He needs like 3 more, but he's not even gonna be able to get it. And minTea goes down at the top lane. Can you guys stop fighting? I need to breathe. Oh my. Let's show the fight. Okay. Let's just. What's this guy got to say? 5K in favor of the Dire. Not bad, boys. Not bad. Meanwhile, while that whole fight was happening, I don't know what Reg was doing, but he was not there. Looks like he's going into the BKB or the Desolator. One or the other. Both excellent choices. Lots of lockdown from Law. So if he wants to be defensive, VKB is good, but I don't know if he can afford to be offensive. Like, so far, the damage output from F Jesse has been okay, but the Desolator would just really give Reg that solo killing potential. So anyway, after a really long fight, kill score 10 to 20, and Timpura are going to pick up the Radiance, being the highest net worth hero on the team. Not too big of a surprise, and that's just going to actually help to accelerate his farm, make him more dangerous. And Tickle, this is actually going to get called on the Reg. If they have the stuns to lock him down, minTea's going to get in there too, and they're going to get the ult off on him as well. He's down for 70 seconds. Meanwhile, they're picking out the Dong Molester. He does not have the ult. He's leveled it to 2, but he still has the cooldown from the first time he used it. minTea going to try to guess where Dong Molester is. He has sight on him now. Is he going to blink aggressively? No, Dong Molester is going to blink out just in time. Meanwhile, Timpura farming the bottom lane, doesn't have his ult for 30 seconds, so probably doesn't want to fight till then. And Tickle this with the Blink Dagger, which I didn't even mention. Making plays right off the bat. Guardian Grease picked up by Hankinator. He's gonna go into Pipe. I mean, there's Aura of Vlads. Neither are great choices in this game. Pipe is good against. Actually, okay, Pipe's good against the support, so not an awful item, but I think Glimmer Cave would be better. And meanwhile, they're gonna ping out exact. Oh, call for backs, but he's gonna whiff. And I can see this ward here, but that's pretty good vision. Meanwhile, minTea goes deep on the PinoSmash. Ailed! Oh, we'll be able to finish him off. Timpura's gonna get stunned. It's gonna be able to get oh, he's gonna get hexed as well. They're gonna be able to burst out Timpura before he can get the egg off. Dog Molester's coming in, doesn't have the ult. Gonna get called by Tickle this and go down. It's gonna be 4 dead on the side of F Jesse. That's gonna be a huge swing in favor of the Law. And it's all on the back of these key initiations. They got the Blink Dagger on Tickle this. They got the follow-up stuns from Mint. And geez, the Ice Blast was just right on point. And just these aggressive movements. These double Blink Dagger heroes are just great. There wasn't even a fight recap there. I don't even know what happened. So, it's just a series of key pickoffs, and they managed to, all of a sudden, probably going to be coming right back down to even. As minSoap picks up a Blink, and it looks like Radiant Heroes is going to be happy with what they got. Tower and 4 pickoffs, and let's check the item progressions. It looks like it's going to be the Basher from minTea. Doesn't make anything out of the Morbid Mask. I think it's totally fine to do on Ursa, though. Oh my goodness, I need a sip of water because this game is off the hinges. It's like a door or something. Alright, so yeah, it's those blink daggers from Tickle and minTea that just really put them in such a great spot, and they're continuing to play aggressively into the jungle. They seem to know where the F Jesse heroes are. Dong Molester doesn't have the ult up yet. There's going to be an axe call on Timpura. Timpura is not going to be able to get the ult off because he's going to get ulted by Hankinator, and PinoSmash is going to get bashed before he can get the Fissure off, and that's going to be another pick off. So Timpura down for 80 seconds. Their highest net worth hero just died twice, and really that Radiance didn't do much for him, and you can kind of see why the Shivas is generally a more favorite item. Just would have made him a little more tanky. Don't know if it would have necessarily been enough to survive, but at least he could have got the ult off and made a distraction, or I don't even know. It's a tough call to make. But anyway, Red going to continue to try to split push as they Dire just rapidly loses their hold in this game. It's pretty surprising, like, how quickly this game turned around. I wouldn't even say this was much of anything, but if you look, these, like, last 10 objectives are good things that have happened, have all happened for the Radiance, but, like, 6 kills and a tower, and it looks like they're gonna find Dong Molester. He will blink out and not get hit by the Ice Blast. But unfortunately, this aggressive Blink Dagger build from the Wraith King's just not working out too well right now. He can get into the fights, but he can't really seem to stay there and do the damage. He can't really man up against the Ursa. Hankinator is just providing too much sustain, and they don't really have the burst to take down these heroes. And Phoenix is getting controlled. So I think what they really need is, I think the Shivas on the Phoenix would definitely do them a lot of work and make it a lot harder for them to burst them down, or at least require all the attention of the Ursa to do so. And meanwhile, Law is going to check Roche, but it's not going to be up for at least a minute, and probably even longer. Tickle this going to go into the Blade Mail, and it's going to be a Vlad's pickup from Hankinator. So this actually is probably better than the pipe. I think just giving that armor aura to the whole team. Oh, meanwhile, I think... Oh, Tickle misses the call early. Looks like Reg's just going to be able to scoot his way out. Not much is going to happen here. But now they realize they have a numbers advantage in the top lane, since 2 just showed bottom. Timpura is going to dive in. Going to hit the spirits on the... No one. They do have the Blink Daggers coming up, though. minTea is going to get canceled, but they're not going to be able to catch him out. So a little bit short on the dive there, but... in the end, good retreat for the Radiant. Dong Molester going to find some more space to farm, and net worth now favoring Law by about 2,500. Meanwhile, Ice Blast going to come in on the top. Going to hurt Dong Molester. Going to I think he actually, that lifesteal creep might keep him from using his ult, but either way, it wouldn't be a kill since he does have the reincarnation available. Meanwhile, Hankinator and minTea going to rotate around to the bottom lane. Not really sure what minTea is going to go for. You know, he's kind of got all he needs to really be effective, so I think at this point it wouldn't surprise me too much to see him go into more utility rather than damage. Although late game damage output is kind of a concern for the team right now. minTea actually not going to get his blink canceled by the dive. Timpura may be forced into using his ult here, but he's not going to go any further. With starting to take the Radiance damage and got no backup behind him. He didn't know how much heroes Tim had behind him as well, so... In the meantime, heavy rotation is going to come out from... Oh, Dong Molester going to blink aggressively. Going to cancel minSub's blink out. It looks like they're going to try to focus down Hankinator, but he's pretty tanky. He's popped the Greaves already. Ult from COTE is not going to connect. Silence going to come out from him, though. And minSub going to be able to blink out. Ult from the AA not going to connect onto anybody either. But meanwhile, Tickle is come around. What a man. He's going to miss the call, unfortunately. And it might be controlled and easily dealt with. Although the Blade Mail is going to put COTE low. And he's going to get a dunk on COTE, so at least he'll manage to get 1 kill. But unfortunately not really what you were looking for with that rotation. So FJ got a nice return fight, defend their tier 3 tower on the bottom lane. Whew. Alright, meanwhile, Mom Spaghetti seems to be going just straight brown boots into Aghanims. No Midas, no Yules, no small items in between. And Reg did choose to go into the Desolator, which he'll just pick up now. So looks like we'll have to see if the Wraith King goes into more of a utility build with, like, you know, a Blade Mail just to do damage in that way indirectly, or if he'll just try to go more into straight DPS with, like, an Armlet or an AC, something along that line. And combining an AC with a Deso is obviously a nice item combination. But anyway, it looks like F Jesse is going to rotate into this, or I mean, push as 5 into this bottom lane. And there's going to be a rotation from F Jesse, but he's alone. Ice Blast going to come in, going to stop PinoSmash from blinking in. I don't think he even has one. Jesse's dropping low, though, and he needs a little bit more. They're almost going to be able to take him down. And the Wraith King, Wraith Fire Blast will to finish him off. minTea is focusing down the egg, though, and Timpura won't be able to come back into the fight. minTea's dropping low. Echo Slam from Pino, going to finish him off. And the Finger is going to drop PinoSmash low, but Tickle this is just going to be able to dunk him. Regs throw the Swarm on the Tickle. Dong Molester's on the run out. 2 for 2 trades so far. Tickle this trying to come back into the fight, but COTE's shown up, and that'll be secure enough to secure a kill on Tickle this. And minTea not in any danger of dying. She's a bit too far back, and none of these heroes can really dive. Reg with a double kill, and they might even try to go high ground off of this. They push decently fast with the Desolator from Reg, and unfortunately no ult from Molester, and the AI Ice Blast is probably going to be enough to make them say, it's time to back off, guys. We're out of control right now. Not necessarily, but they still have a lot of outer towers to claim. They have Roche, which is definitely up, and with the Desolator, it's definitely a possibility for them to go take that, but I think they're proving a pretty smart decision here. Just going to establish some vision aggressively, and they're kind of smacking at the tower, but this is a pretty big mistake. minTea, oh, the Earth Spike unfortunately did not connect. Molester blinked out, and Reg's going to invis and run out and well. And yeah, Reg's going to go into this heavy minus armor build, so I do quite like this build. It leaves you very squishy, and you know, sometimes doesn't give you a ton of, like, with the Deso and the Medallion, you have a lot of minus armor, but not necessarily a lot of right-click damage. So if the other team goes into actual plus armor items, like Jesse has done here with the Guardian Greaves and the Vlads, it kind of makes it hard for you to do damage, but I think he's going to be really good at picking off a lot of the other heroes in this game. They're just going to be really squishy, particularly the Ursa and the two supports. They're just going to melt pretty quickly to him. So it looks like we might even have a 5-on-5 engagement here. Some heroes going to be late to fight. It's actually going to be a free tier 2 claim by F Jesse, and Mom Spaghetti going to throw in the ball, and it's going to connect on the 2, but they're just going to run away. Meanwhile, Molester has picked up the Basher, and he's going to point out that Roche is available, so we'll see if there's going to be a fight around Roche or what. Alright. Ah. Items, what's going on, baby? Still Tim leading the net worth. Gonna be, Mom Spaghetti still trying to put together that Aghanims, but really not that much item progression out of the Radiant. Things started going their way again, but it seems like they kind of lost steam, and Dire kind of picking things back up. That's not what I wanted. Net worth is favoring F Jesse again. They're going to spot out that Roche is available, and I think this, with the rotation coming in for the Phoenix, both teams are realizing that this Roche is going to be a huge point. Getting in on the Ursa means that it's really hard for them to focus him down, and if the Dire, you get it, it could be a key hero, probably the Weaver or the Phoenix. They're not able to burst like they want to. So anyway, lots of minus armor going on to Roshan, and Radiant heroes waiting in the wake. Tickle this can try to blink, but he'll have to run a little bit. I'm not sure if this is the play. They don't really have vision in the pit. Maybe they're waiting for the AA ball, and it's going to be up in 6 seconds. Meanwhile, minTea's going to blink aggressively. 2-man stun. Timpura's going to come in on the top with a slow onto everybody. Going to pop the ult in the middle of everyone. minTea's just going to focus him down, though. And the Echo Slash from Pino is going to keep him alive. The egg will go off. Tickle this is stuck on the high ground. Molester is going to come back into the fight. 3 drop on Law. PinoSmash hanging on the edge. Tickle this is going to blink it aggressively, and the Roche stop with the Weaver right clicks. Actually going to be enough to finish him off. F Jesse win the fight spectacularly, and they'll be able to claim the Roshan. And oh boy, what a fight to do it with. The initiation was great, but the counter initiation, and actually TBI from Monster counter initiation from Timpura was perfect. The Echo Slam from PinoSmash kept Timpura alive, and that was just the extra thing they needed in order to secure that fight. So then, actually, I just noticed COTE's picked up a 4-staff as well. I think he's itemizing this game perfectly, just realizing that you don't need to go for, you know, if you can help out one person, they have so much, like Law have so great of an ability to just jump heroes. So if you just force the guy out, it makes it so much harder. Ursa, you can kite him. Necrophos, not really a hero that can keep up with people easily. And outside, like, the Axe Call, they don't really have things that can hold people in place for a long time, so looks like F Jesse gonna rotate and take this. I've been saying rotate a lot. Jeez. Gonna be able to grab this mid-tier 2 tower, and Law postured on the high ground, hoping to make a defense, but probably not gonna amount to all that much. Yeah, minTea's gonna come out and slap these creeps, and they're gonna realize that they're kind of low on F Jesse, so it's not really the great time to push. So they're just gonna back out. Watch minTea farm for a second. Gonna take off my shit. It's pretty toasty. Ugh. Alright, awesome. So in the meantime, looks like there's a bit of a chase here. Reg on the run from Tickle. And they're going to spot out that there's a ward. No, they're just going to place a defensive ward there themselves. Pretty good ward spot. Tickle this in a bit of an odd spot, though. He might get caught out there. He does the blink. Are they going to catch him in time? Oh, no. They're going to get the swarm off on him. Tickle's going to be silenced and focused down by the majority of the... Oh, sorry. I'm talking in mumble. Meanwhile, next they're going to go on to minTea. Timpura is going to pop the ult in order to prevent zone out Hankinator, basically. Secure the kill on minTea. If they're going to be able to catch him out, COTE could force staff aggressively and get the slow off, but he doesn't have it for 4 seconds. So they're going to settle for 2 kills. And it looks like rest of Law forced to back into base. Check out the net worth here, and oh yeah, that's a big swing back the other way. Now about 10,000 gold favoring FJC. I believe they still have the Aegis up on Reg, and they're in a great position to take the high ground now. And meanwhile, in the mid lane, it's going to be minTea versus Dong Molester, but I think Dong Molester has the ult up anyway, so he'll have it up in 3 seconds. So not really a fight that minTea can hope to win. So 3 heroes on the bottom lane for the Dire, so they're not really... Oh, Timpura are going to dive in aggressive, going to throw the spirits and burn the creep wave pretty quickly, so they will be able to get up to the high ground, but with only 3 heroes in the vicinity, I don't think it's going to be enough for them to secure the high ground, and it looks like the other Radiant heroes are farming, so at the very least, they will continue to extend their net worth lead by farming all the lanes, while Law is just cooped up in base, farming none of the lanes right now, basically, except this bottom. And there was a ping that did come out showing where... Okay, that was... Law picking out where Dire heroes are rotating. So, Dong Molester's gone into a Hyperstone, so it looks like he might go into AC or a Mjolnir, Moonshard, maybe even, who knows. But he's trying to leverage the chance of that bash even more. And checking out the net worth, which I've had up here since the dawn of time, Phoenix still maintaining that early lead that he secured for himself, but at the same time, Weaver actually managed to catch up. What's Weaver picked up lately? I haven't really checked on him, if I can click on him. Okay, he's going to go into the Solar Crest. Again, going very all in on that minus armor build, and this is kind of dangerous since you have the Axe Call into the Necro ultimate, potentially, but it seems to have been doing it pretty well. He's 10-5 and 3. Solid performance all around. Looks like they're kind of look like they want to go on Reg, but they know he has the Aegis, so I don't know if they're thinking it's not worth it to just kill the Aegis. Yeah, he's going to throw the Swarm. They're just kind of keeping a distance, though. They're kind of hesitant to go in, and what's their vision looking like? They actually have perfect vision outside their base, so they know exactly where the Dire heroes are. This is a really good wording. It's going to give them the potential to just jump a hero that's out of position, and when they know where the rest of Dire heroes are. Meanwhile, Dire vision pretty similar, but they don't have anything on the high ground, so it's risky for them to go up. Of course, they're going to keep Reg on the front lines with his Desolator to take on the tower, and the Aegis, and Wraith King can also do pretty well on the high ground. He's going to blink aggressively on the Monster Goody. He won't even get the ult up. Meanwhile, Tickle This's call is not going to connect. Timpura is gone, and with the Shivers, which I just noticed he's got, going to pop the egg. Mid-Soap Silence going to start taking a bunch of damage. He's going to go down. minTea is manning up against Dong Molester. He's going to pop his fresh BKB, but he will get stunned by the Phoenix Egg. And PinoSmash comes in with the Blink Echo to be able to clean up the rest. Tickle This goes down as well, and it's a 5-man wipe. Reg is godlike with a triple. Tim, which is the double. Reg will lose the Aegis, and they did lose PinoSmash after his Echo, but they will be able to clean their lane of frags with not a single buyback available on the Law. However, they're not calling the game, and I think rightfully so. I think they still have the potential of just getting their chain stuns down right and killing an important hero, but unfortunately they're not going to be back all that fast. And with the Desolator, this actually may be a second lane of Rags that FJC is going to be able to claim. Mom Spaghetti has come back up though with the AI Ice Ball. That may be enough to scare them off, but I think by itself it won't be enough, and it looks like they're just going to concede a second lane of Rags, and Tickle's going to call the GG. So check out the net worth there, and yeah, you can just see it kind of spiraled out of control. There was a real sign of life in them, where it looked like they were just going to start to take the game back, but unfortunately they weren't able to put the team fights together. They weren't able to chain their disables properly in order to just secure all those kills that won them one or two fights in the mid game. Yeah, that was a really good game to watch overall. I think it just shows you like the power. I feel like the FJC was just a little bit more coordinated. Like or maybe even not even more coordinated, but they had heroes that were less independent of each other. Like the Phoenix can kind of go in, throw his spirit, do his own thing. Urshay can kind of blink in, dive. Versus oh god.
Yo, you like that bounty route?
Muted and deafened.
Okay, well that's in the cast now. But yeah, these Law had much more of a wombo combo team, which isn't necessarily bad, but if you don't coordinate it well, it can go poorly, as you did here. So, yeah, overall, just the control a little lacking on FJC. I mean, on Law. FJC too, to some extent, but they made up for it. I feel like they were a little more mobile. So, anyway, good game. Gonna stop the recording here, and thanks for watching.
I'm not attacking her. I'm only gonna fuck up the bear.
Jesus Christ, dude. Never stop talking that whole game.
GG. Okay, lobby number 2.
GG go next.
Did you say number 2?
Yeah.
I'll take a number 2.
All right, lobby up.
Yeah.
You guys want to do
I
same
love
teams
talking.
and make it a best of 3?
Yeah, why wasn't that game 5? I really didn't have the motivation.
It's
going
the
into
first
that game,
game, you fuck.
not knowing it wasn't game.
Yep.
Dude, you have a 1-game advantage over over Team Law, the like one of the top 3 ranked teams in the world, equal to F Jesse, and of course behind we are Waruda.
Actually, that was the first time Laura's lost in an in-house.
Oh
Every other
my
time
god.
Little Asian and Whitey wins a lot.
Usually-
I don't like
because Jesse's not on the team.
Yo, Jesse, what's with the
Yo.
real item build, bro?
No, dope.
Yeah, I know, right?
You want a legitimate item build. I was so fucking confused.
It helped a lot too. That's why we.
Yeah,
it's just
dude, we
strong
won the mid
early
game
mid.
because I won a legitimate item build.
Yeah,
The
fuck you.
downside, we,
No,
we,
fuck
we
you
precise,
guys
we
using that
precise.
Reaper site as like a stun. I'm fucking fuck you guys.
Deleted you from the
Yep.
game.
So
Yeah,
gay. So gay.
I read War and Peace in the time I was dead from that.
Did
I
someone?
hear that book's to die for.
It's okay.
You fucking ruined everything!
Oh, I know.
Is anyone in the previous game that's not here right now?
Greg, on a scale of 1 to 10, how annoying was I to deal with mid lane?
7.
Okay.
Jesse and Tickler.
I mean, there's
Still
someone
the
else that's
block.
not even in the lobby
Is
though.
Calamode?
Oh, Cote, are you done?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, you in the lobby?
Spot?
I'm in the lobby. I just have a different name right now.
I think it's an
Oh, no.
actual.
Oh, I see, I see.
Oh.
Oh, Joe, are you coming?
I know it's a robot.
I nearly killed your fucking
Okay,
SK
Joe's
so
gotta
many
eat soon.
times.
Who?
Me. I nearly killed your SK so many times.
Who's SK?
You can solo cast.
Skeleton,
Is he?
right?
Oh,
Red
Skeleton.
team.
I'm thinking of anything, sorry.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm not keeping
Join the
spirit
lobby,
alive.
join the slot, Jesse.
Oh, yeah, I should probably do that. Go for it.
Same teams, different teams.
Up to you guys.
Just keep varying it.
Yeah, let's keep,
Shuffle?
keep randoming it.
Tell me when to stop.
Steep.
Okay.
Katie, we're in the same team.
Tim, now
Dang.
you won't kill me.
That's very debatable.
You'll find a way.
He'll just fucking follow me and deny.
He's gonna body block you.
Poor staff.
Rock the
Katie,
rain.
no.
No, what'll happen is Tim will go IO and then TPU to the enemy fountain.
No,
And
what
leave
he'll
me.
do,
Yep.
he'll play Earth Spirit, get Ags, turn you into a rock, and kick you into us.
Why the fuck are you feeding the fountain, huh?
Alright,
But
cool.
There's no Earth Spirit, so we're good.
Is everybody here?
Did you just call him Walrus Spirit?
Oh, there's no
Yeah.
Earth Spirit.
No Earth Spirit
Yeah.
Captain?
Spirit.
In Captain's
No,
Draft,
he's fucking banned.
He can show up in Captain's
he
Draft.
can show up in Captain's Draft.
What?
So can Oracle and
Look at
Parabad.
Oracle too. Oh my god. Tails are so
Why
fucking
isn't Oracle
balanced.
in? No, Oracle's
Oracle's
fine.
Oracle's garbage.
Yo, Mint.
You mean like garbage in terms of how broken he is?
No,
I don't think so.
he got nerfed a lot though, cause his ulti doesn't even.
Dude,
make you
it doesn't
invisible
matter.
anymore.
His fucking ult is like you can't do anything to them for 7 seconds.
Yeah, but it's very good in selective like lineups though. Like if they have like Huskar or some shit like that, you know, like who actually works well with low HP. Like, but
I don't
doesn't
know.
always
He's
work.
not the only one, but whatever. Anyway,
yeah.
Let's do it.
Dyer, pick a team so I can talk about how good.
What?
Pick a team name,
Go,
Somebody.
go.
Dink.
please. I mean, like
Dick.
actually like choose one at the top where it says the Dyer.
Oh.
Ass
Let's go. We're good.
Ass rim.
All right, are we good?
The ass
Yeah.
is so smooth.
All right, I'm doing it.
That ass
Aw.
is so huge.
I hope mumbles are organized.
Don't you fucking try to get rid of fuck Jesse.
Okay, Mint.
Good luck, have fun, you guys.
GLHF.
Good luck, suck dick. What?
Well, what the I don't know why. My start recording hotkey does not seem to be working. But anyway, we're back in the game. It's game 2. Or not. We shuffled the teams around. Doesn't even matter. It's We Are Waruda versus F Jesse, and we got ourselves a... I'm sure this is going to be the greatest game ever cast or whatever. Gonna have first ban from Waruda. Let's check out the drafters actually. It's gonna be COTE drafting for Waruda and PinoSmash drafting for F Jesse. So, of course, Jesse gonna be on F Jesse, so we'll have to see how he feels about that. And we also have Reg and Dong Molester on the same team, so certainly some interesting things gonna happen here. As first bans from Waruda are gonna include Doom and the Broodmother, and F Jesse's gonna ban out the Slardar and the Terabed. So yeah. Things left in the pool that I expect to be banned. Wouldn't be too surprised. Everyone was just talking how they think Oracle's not very good, so I don't think they're gonna ban him. And there's no Huskar in the pool, but I don't know. I think that hero's... I guess there's nothing great to pair him with besides the Slark. And Sand King will be the final ban from Waruda. PinoSmash favorite, I'm sure. And Riki, the last ban from F Jesse. So, minute and a half on Waruda. Let's see what picks they go into and what horrible ideas they're gonna have, I'm sure.
Night Stalker.
Night Stalker, gonna be the first pickup from Waruda. Kind of a hero that I feel like started picking up steam and was used occasionally, but now it's just kind of fallen off, and I feel like there's a few, at least on the pro scene, players that play him very well.
Disruptor.
But outside of that, it's just kind of like, it seems like a very okay hero. But anyway, F Jesse going to immediately go into the Juggernaut and the Jakiro, and Juggernaut, as I recall, has a pretty good win rate in these in-houses, just talking offhand, of course, here, but definitely a solid, I think it's still first pick worthy. I think the hero is very, you know, the ult is a little chancy, but otherwise, just very good hero overall. We're going to go in with the Jakiro first, which I think is a little less first pick worthy. I think Jakiro is a great hero if you have setup stuns for, and I really have been enjoying playing, seeing Jakiro played in an offlane position, going with the Tranquils and the Yules build. But they've also picked up the Spirit Breaker, so we'll see. One of these heroes, probably the 3 position, one the 4. And meanwhile, Waruda have gone into the Ogre and the Disruptor, and these are 2 supports from Dawn. Just a game yesterday. On the opposite teams, Disruptor is just so good at this skill level because people tend to clump around the key target. You know, Axe goes in, and then Knights, they're on the same team, so like, Axe goes in, and then Juggernaut runs in, starts fighting, Spirit Breaker charges in, and the Disruptor just says, no, drop the ult, and the fun. Gonna have another Axe in this game, and there's gonna be a Slark pickup from Waruda, and I don't know who the dirty Slark picker is in this group besides me, but I'm looking forward to it, and I'll be criticizing their play very heavily, because that's, this Fish is my boy. And looking at the counters so far, Jakiro not great. I think you can Dark Path off Ice Path. I'm not entirely sure. Spirit Breaker, kind of the same deal. If you see the charge coming, you can Dark Path it off. Axe is a very good counter against Slark. And they're actually, final pick from Waruda, going to be Tiny. We actually saw this hero in a game I also recently casted, but unfortunately that Tiny wasn't able to pick up steam too well. This hero has actually seen some play without the Wisp, which is kind of surprising to me, but they're going to go into Evoker as the final pick for F Jesse. Let me just alt-tab one more time. And indeed, I am recording. In theory, I should also have this VOD saved on Twitch, so it should all be viewable, but... Anyway, I'm going to go into the picks here. Anything that I feel was kind of unjustly ignored. I think these are pretty reasonable picks. Yeah, nothing too out of the ordinary here. Actually, the Darkseer was completely ignored. That's a bit surprising to me. You know, out of all the heroes that in this game, I'd say Darkseer was something you could have picked up, like, probably in place of the Night Stalker, even as a first phase pick. But anyway, it's their choice, and I think we've got some pretty interesting lineups here. Last game was a ton of fighting, back and forth. I lost my voice, or not really, but I was just losing breath because how crazy it got, and... Okay, gonna hiccup, gonna switch to this. Okay, let's just take a sip of water as we're gonna... Okay, I'm out of control right now. Okay. Alright, it's gonna be PinoSmash, gonna be playing the Jakiro, Dong Molester, this time on the Spirit Breaker, Reg on the Axe, Mom Spaghetti, Nyan, on the Invoker, and Hankinator going safe lane on the Juggernaut. Meanwhile, it's going to be Timpura going mid on the Night Stalker, a bit of an interesting choice. minTea on the Ogre Mad Guy, nice mask. Tickle This on the very plain Tiny. COTE going to be picking up the Disruptor, and finally, minTea Dong, usually known as minTea on the Slark. Bit of an interesting lineup coming out from Waruda. I think we'll probably see Tickle This go mid, and then probably Timpura off lane on the Night Stalker, and minTea safe lane, because I don't think Slark off lane is very good. The hero has an escape, so it can work, but really, I think the hero just needs to be able to put together more farm that you can reliably do on the off lane. So it looks like there's going to be some kind of wraparound gang from Waruda. Juggernaut hasn't skilled yet, so he can of course just skill the spin and end up in a fine position for himself. No smoke going to come out either. Day vision from Night Stalker is actually quite weak. What's Tickle gone through? He's gone in for the Avalanche, so no potential of him tossing. And COTE is going to be on the rune spot. Let's see if they actually try to go for them, because if they do, they might get a first blood on COTE, or the wraparound gang might come through from the Dire Heroes. COTE's dropping low. Oh, he skilled the bash on Dog Molester. We're going to start focusing Hankinator, but he'll have to spin it off. COTE's popped the salve. He's starting to spin and run away. Let's see who they decide to focus. They're going to pop the Kinetic Shield, and the Hankinator hold him in place, and he's getting slowed down. And they're going to decide, okay, all in on Hankinator. PinoSmash going to come in with the dual breath, and that's going to be able to save them most likely. Timpura, not enough mana to be able to finish off Hankinator, and in the end, this shenanigans just not going to announce it too much. Actually, Stun going to come on the Dog Molester. Avalanche going to come as well, but they are just out of steam at this point. It looks like everyone's just going to go settle back in the lanes. Meanwhile, Mom Spaghetti's saying, hey, thank you for letting me have these first couple creep waves, or at least one wave free. And meanwhile, in the top lane, we're going to have Reg off lane, our second Radiant Axe off lane of this day, I guess, versus the minTea Dong of Slark. So it looks like just a normal tri-lane going to be coming out here. Solo off lane Tiny. Yeah, this is going to be a problem for sure, especially now that they're rotating all three, both the Radiant supports into the bottom lane. 3 heroes in total. I mean, he can get experience, but I don't think Tiny's a good enough hero with experience. Meanwhile, looks like there's been a stun from minTea on the Reg. minTea is holding off on the leave, and Reg's actually going to run back into the creeps, going to try to get some damage off him, and going to wisely do it, but the leap's going to come in from minTea, and COTE will be able to claim first blood on the top lane. Nice, excellent chaining of disables there, really. And that's going to just, you know, this is a game of weak offlaners, so the fact that Tickle This, if he doesn't die, he's done everything he needs to in this offlane. The thing is, though, Reg is, acts as a bit of a strong offlane. They're going to call minTea, but she's not going to be under tower, so she will take some damage. Going to stun on Reg and just walk it off. minTea is going to come in, and he's already gone for the Gloves of Haste first, so we'll see if he goes for a Midas first, actually, without even boots. I think brown boots into Midas is more than fine of a build, but I think without the boots, it's just, I don't know, it kind of ruins your kill potential. Meanwhile, with only the kinetic field, actually, they don't have enough to finish off Reg. With 1 more level, 1 point in the glimpse, they would be able to secure a lot more kills, making this a very difficult offlane. But fortunately, Axe can't always rotate in the jungle. He's got his level 3, so he could even go now if he wants, but he's sticking around here because he's going to get a little more experience if he's able to sit in experience range at all. So meanwhile, I heard a charge. It looks like it'll be Dong Molester charging on the Timpura in the mid. He'd not be able to interrupt the charge of Dong Molester. And with the Orb of Venom slowing Timpura down, he's going to try to run his way out. He's going to slow into Dong Molester. Oh, he's hasted. Oh, the attack speed slow is going to slow him down a bit. But in the end, it's going to be Dong Molester and Mom Spaghetti claiming a kill on the mid lane, putting them on the board 1-1. Meanwhile, Tickle This is actually pulled away behind his tower, so he's playing this offlane Tiny. You know, this is a hero that does not do well in the offlane, but he's playing this hero fantastically. I mean, this is pretty much all you can ask. Like, he's got 4 last hits, Axe is 6, but he died once, and Axe is a hero that can much more easily pick up farm in this lane. So going to be interesting to see what build he goes into as the lane plays out a little more. COTE is going to rotate in, but he's not being able to catch. Mom's Spaghetti the kinetic field, and it's going to be a phase boots build up out of him. So going to be just a dual lane on top now. This is going to give Reg a little more space. I think without the level 6, he has pretty much no chance of killing either of these heroes on top, but as you can see, if he gets a call in the middle of all the creeps, he can do some significant damage, so it makes aggression from these heroes a little more difficult, but there is a charge that's coming in from Dong Molester, but it's all the way back at base. It's going to be a while. Meanwhile, Reg's going to start to man up, but he's going to have his stats stolen. He's already got 4. The level 1 session shift doesn't last very long, but even so, it's adding up, and it's taking a lot more damage than you expect an axe to take. Meanwhile, Reg's going to get charged with Dong Molester. He's getting hit by a creep too, so he's going to get the spin. minTea going to take a lot of damage, and he's going to go down. Meanwhile, Dong Molester has got his level 3. He's popped Empowering Haste. He's going to try to get 17% on the mid soap, but he's going to get it, but he can't really dive the tower. I mean, I'd kill it, but it wouldn't be smart. And meanwhile, Timpura with his bottle's going to grab that bounty rune, probably pick up his boots as well, considering he's sitting on enough gold for it. And minTea's going to rotate back in the lane. It's time they're going to go on Reg. No slower Minsoap. Charge! Oh, the leaf from minTea got cancelled by the charge. Minsoap's starting to take a lot of damage, but the kinetic field might be able to keep her alive. She's going to be able to throw out the slow, which might be able to get the distance, but no. Reg's going to get one last right click, and minTea is tanking creeps, so he's not able to follow up. So all of a sudden, things were going okay, and then these aggressive movements from Dong Molester just really amounting to a lot. They're 2 kill advantage, and I'm sure the net worth will be about, yep, indeed, about 2k, favoring F Jesse. It's clear why this team won the last game. Kappa, I don't know. Anyway. Gonna be a charge from Dong Molester. Timpura actually did manage to finish off Mom Spaghetti, but if this charge goes through, Timpura, he needs to throw the void so the charge doesn't connect. Oh, he's gonna wuss out. And actually, Timpura probably could have secured that kill for himself if he didn't. So wise decision making all around, but wussy decision making nonetheless. He's gonna throw out that avoid nonetheless. He don't care. No boots picked up. He's actually probably got him right here. He does. So he does have the boots picked up. Interesting to see what kind of build he's going to go for. As we check out the bottom lane, looks like Hankinator's gone into a Quelling Blade. Might go for Midas here. 2 into crit. Solid build here all around, I think. If you want to max any skill, it's either Blade Fury or Blade Dance. I think the stats build is still quite viable. And it looks like Reg's Call is going to miss on a minTea, so he's not going to be able to do much. But you can see the one rotation that got made by Dong Molester just allows minTea to play so, or not minTea, allows Reg to play so aggressively on this lane. He's got his Tranquil Boots up now, which is going to give him armor, which even with the Essence Shift makes it difficult for Slark to trade, so... Dong Molester, if he keeps up these good rotations, he's putting the team in a great spot. Timpura are going to start diving on the monster bed. He's going to turn on... Well, Tornado going to come up, throw Timpura up in the air, and with a charge connects from Dong Molester, and with the 17%, he's going to be able to secure himself another kill. He's having a great game. He's actually, that's his first kill, but he's got 3 assists, and that's pretty much all you can ask for out of a 4th position Spirit Breaker. So, minTea looks like he's going right into that Midas build, and the problem is he's a bit under-leveled since these supports are sticking in lane with him. Supports are a bit under-leveled as well, sitting at 4, 4, and 3 in this lane. Meanwhile, Tickle on the bottom lane, though, actually has just cracked level 6. He's going to go for the Phase Boots. And what's Hankinator built? He's going into the lifesteal. Okay, so he's pretty much doing everything he can to secure that no matter how much harass Tickle throws out, if he gets a bottle, he's going to be able to sustain in this lane. And PinoSmash is doing a pretty good job of zoning him, although unfortunately he has picked up a lot of experience. So in the meantime, it looks like Timpura has picked up these 2 gauntlets, so he's probably going to go into the urn. And minTea just continuing to farm on the top lane. Looks like no crazy action out of Dong Molester. He's actually got himself another haste rune, so he's running around. He's stacking jungle camps. Let's see. I think he's got it. Oh, beautiful stack. Beautiful Dota. So yeah. Reg's sitting at about 700 gold right now. A little bit short of the level 6, so he doesn't have the mana to make much use of it, though. He can't do a call into dunk combo. A bit surprised that he didn't go for any sort of magic stick on this lane, as there's been a charge on the mid. Timpura with the cold snap, gonna start to take a lot of damage, but without the bash from Dong Molester, they'd not be able to get the kill. Timpura gonna slow him, he's gonna man up under tower. I don't know if this is the right choice. Gonna pop the bottle charges, bottling between hits. He's actually gonna get out alive, and Dong Molester is gonna run away too. Timpura is limping back into the fight. He thinks he can man up against Mon Spaghetti, but there's creeps there, friend. He's gonna throw the right clicks out, the tornado from Mon Spaghetti. They need one more right click, and Mon Spaghetti's gonna throw it out, finish off Timpura. Aggressive movement gets punished, and the clutch tornado at the last second keeps him alive as one more hit would surely have been the death of him. Meanwhile, I'm gonna guess this is a Midas, which is being flown out for Slark. 8 minutes, not a bad timing. I think ideally you would want to have the boots in addition to that, but of course with a single death, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Looks like Tickle this was forced back to Fountain. He doesn't have any regen on him, no bottle, anything of the sort. But yeah, the clear winner in terms of last hits is Mr. Hankinator, sitting at 46 at 8 minutes, definitely doing the best. minTea struggling a lot more with only 28, and in fact he's getting charged right now, does not have the level 6, does not have the boots, so if this charge connects, he has the ways to get rid of it, but there's going to be a lot of things. Basically it's going to come down to if he can get the leap off in time, and if he can run out otherwise. Looks like there's a dive happening bottom, so I'm just going to keep an eye on this happening top. Looks like Reg and Dong Molester going deep. Reg's gonna get stunned under tower, but there's a lot of there's no creeps on this side. He's gonna get a no call. He's actually gonna start taking hits from the tower, but there's friendly creeps from them on their side. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Timpura looks like he's there's already been one kill happening. Mom Spaghetti, he's getting dove. Timpura's got the void up. We know to finish him off. Hankinator does have the ult and will be able to secure the kill on Timpura. And it looks like on the top lane, no further kills happen. So across the map, let's see if this catches everything. Gonna be, looks like about an even trade all around, actually. 2 kills for 1, but with F Jesse having more kills overall, the change doesn't really, it's not as big of a change. Alright, so what do we got going on here? minTea has picked up his level 6. We'll see what kind of items he goes for. If he goes right into a Shadow Blade or goes into some farming items like an Aquila and Treads for sustain and giving him the ability to jungle. Or like I said, just going into the Shadow Blade, trying to give himself some presence on the map. Timpura has been making a lot of rotations, and Tickle is in a bit of a difficult spot. Hankinator actually almost goes down, but does have this lovely little healing word to save him. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Reg versus Timpura. He went a little deep, and Timpura is trying to punish him, but there's a rotation in with the EMP and the Tornado combo going out. Stun going to prevent aggression from Monspaghetti. Timpura going to bottle up. minTea now rotating into the middle lane, but it's a bit late. You got your Midas on cooldown, buddy. You gotta use that. Meanwhile, COTE is gonna sit top, hope to pick up his level 6, and then maybe make some rotations of his own. But the thing is, Dong Molester is going aggressive. He might be able to get this kill depending on his bash luck. No level 6 on him, unfortunately. COTE just gonna send him back though. Nice play. Reg might try to go deep with the dunk. This is actually a possibility. Oh, he'll miss the call, but he's still going for it. He can get some spins off, but no. The wall will dissuade him from going any further. And meanwhile, there's a lot of dire rotations. Dong Molester in a bit of an odd spot. He needs to charge away immediately, and they will be able to get the charge off. minSoap just out of range for the stun, and it looks like it's all 5 heroes from Waruda on the top lane, and meanwhile, F Jesse just spreading out and farming decently. Hankinator rotating in the jungle, giving PinoSmash bot lane, allowing him to pick up levels and some items, and yeah, just farm the jungle freely. So, let's check out the net worth here. It's in favor of F Jesse, and I don't expect this to change anytime soon. The problem with grouping up on a lane like this is you're just... Look at this. None of these heroes are farming right now, and they will probably be able to claim a tier 1 tower, but at what cost? Mom Spaghetti pressuring mid, PinoSmash pressuring bottom, and by the way, with level 4 Liquid Fire, it's not surprising to me that this tower will go down. So it's going to be a good trade. They're actually going to rotate Timpura and COTE in, so we're going to keep an eye on this here. Mom Spaghetti, no, they're not going to be able to make anything happen. So it looks like it's going to be a 1 tower for 1 tower trade, but the cost is much heavier. Much heavier for the Dire, because they were the ones grouped up. On the bottom lane, it was most of the time just PinoSmash getting levels and farm there, Hankinator in the jungle, and Mom Spaghetti farming mid. Meanwhile, these guys had 4 heroes in the top lane, and only whoever got the last hits on the creeps really getting any farm, so could it be continuing to be an advantage favoring F Jesse in this early game. Looking towards late game, this is kind of a tough call. I think the Juggernaut's a pretty good late game hero, as Night Stalker does manage to get a kill on the Juggernaut. But there's a charge from the Dong Molester, and with Reg coming in as well, Timpura is in a lot of trouble. Call, oh, was cancelled actually. They're gonna get the slow on a Timpura. I don't know if he can get out of this one. No, Tornado's gonna set up the dunk perfectly. So looking at the ultra late game, it's pretty even, I'd say. Just based on the fact that they have both Tiny and the Slark on Waruda, I'd favor them slightly versus F Jesse that only have the Juggernaut. But it's really just a matter of who can get there faster. You know, you can't assume these teams are going to even on, and we're going to have Tickle pop in the phase boots, trying to catch out PinoSmash. He does have the Ice Path that he can use. He's going to juke out. Tickle this won't be able to get off both the skills in time, but minTea will be able to lock PinoSmash in place, and will be able to purge off the Ice Path. So there is a charge coming in. Onto Tickle, and he is in a weird position. Dong Molester coming in. Tickle's very tanky though. No points in the Craggy. And he's gonna toss him under the tower. Dong Molester gonna start to take damage. minTea, ult pop from Dong Molester. Call from Reg, gonna force minTea to attack him, but he can't see him to get the dunk off. He'll get it off right as it wears off. Meanwhile, Tickle this might be in danger next. Dong Molester gonna charge onto Tickle. He's gonna get hit. They're gonna start bashing him. They need a 17%. He's gonna get it. Dunk from Reg. Gonna be able to finish him off. And there was some laughter on the mid lane, so I don't really know what happened here. It looks like Mom Spaghetti went down on the mid, but it's going to be a great rotation out of Reg and Dong Molester. This duo is extremely dangerous, and I say that as they're out of mana and probably about to die. Dong Molester not in a great spot. Reg gonna try to save him, but it looks like he's just gonna be next to fall. He needs to get out as fast as he can. He's picked up the Blink Dagger, so he's not gonna lose gold, but COTE gonna pull him back with the Glimpse, hold him in with the trap, and stun from minSoap will be able to finish him off. Oh boy. We got this time like 19 kills at about 14 minutes, so another action-packed game of Dota 2, and that's how we like him here. That's how we like him. So, Waruda's starting to make up for the kill deficit, but not making up for the net worth deficit, and it's just for the reason I mentioned before. They're grouping up, so it's helping them win fights, but at the same time, Jesse is farming, and that's exactly... Like, he has his ult up, but he's got points in the stats, too. I'm a huge fan of this build. I think... maybe you should upgrade the boots. Maybe early boots of travel would be a great choice here. I think he's going for SNY, or maybe it's just a casual farming Yasha, but I think an SNY would be a great choice. And PinoSmash might get caught out. Timpura's going to slow him. Tickle this, going to toss him in, maybe with the follow-up avalanche. Hankinator's coming as well. He's going to pop the ult. No, COTE's going to silence him, but Timpura's... Oh, they're all in the silence. It's not looking too good for the Radiant. Reg looks like he's going to be next to fall, and it's going to be a great fight. Dog Molester comes in, but uh-oh, you're in the wrong neighborhood, buddy. He's got to charge up in a couple seconds. Timpura doesn't have the mana. Glimpse back onto momSpaghetti. momSpaghetti's in the fight. Dog Molester's going to run his way out. Ghost Walk from momSpaghetti. There's a dust, and it does manage to catch him on the edge. He's going to need to invoke a spell right away, but minTea is going to catch him with the leap, and they're going to be able to take down momSpaghetti. 4-for-0 trade going the way of Waruda, and they just managed to take that fight excellently off the back of an ult from COTE. The Static Storm just silenced everybody. It looked like Reg was about to call, Juggernaut was about to ult, but COTE just says, no, you go to Static Storm, and we win the team fight. We take your tier 1 tower mid. And meanwhile, Dog Molester, the lone survivor, has charge at the top, so he's managed to get something out of this. But, Waruda, now that they're getting kills, it's going to start to be a little bit more worth it. Whoa, Hankinator's gone in aggressively. He used the ult, but he's not going to be able to get any kills. PinoSmash, though, with his... Oh, they're all dropping so low. Reg with the dunk. He might be able to get a bunch of kills off this. He's going to get sent back. PinoSmash on the front lines. He might be able to get a ton of kills. minSoap's the lowest with the Ice Path coming up in just a second. Yeah, it just misses Reg. He's got the blink up with the charge from Dog Molester as well. COTE's probably going to go down. Reg hitting at the dunk. He's going to dunk minSoap. He's going to dunk COTE. The triple kill with a double dunk. And they're going to turn it around with a great 1-for-3 trade. They're going to lose Hankinator. So it's not as great as the fight Waruda just got, but honestly, when, you know, that's just a morale booster right there. Whenever you see those multiple dunks coming out from Axe, you know your team's having a good time. It looks like he's going to go to the Blade Mail. I haven't even thought about item builds, so let's take a look at item builds here. momSpaghetti looks like he's going to the Phase Drums build, no Midas, just looking to fight early. Going to pop it to try to secure this tier 2 tower mid. Timpura's gone into the Sanj, so we'll see if he goes Halberd, SNY, or what kind of crazy items. And minTea's gone into the Blink Dagger. Send back from COTE. No, I didn't see it. Dog Molester's going to go deep onto Timpura, but it looks like it's not too good for him. He's going to start to take a damage, but he's pretty tanky. PinoSmash is going to pop the Breathe Fire, Lick Macro Fire, and they're going to do Send back with Dog Molester Fire. He's going to actually be able to charge away. They actually just saved him. But it looks like the trade-off will be momSpaghetti to go down. Honestly, not too bad. It looked like it was about to be a disaster for F Jesse. And meanwhile, Hankinator on the bottom lane has decided to go to the treads. Reason I thought Boots of Travel might be... Oh, it looks like they've actually managed to pick off Pino. He can't move. There's trapped between two heroes, and a rock and a fish and a cat. And he's dead. So, forget it. But yeah, these actually guys are... Oh no, the dangerous duo! Run! No, minTea's gonna catch out the Dog Molester. He's gonna get silenced. No hope for him. Reg, he can blink out. He's gonna get the blink in time. Will he be able to find him? Can a blind avalanche catch him? He doesn't have it. But he's gonna be able to get out. So only one goes down. Action all over the board. But meanwhile, Hankinator is pressuring the side towers. Reason I said I really like the Boots of Travel pretty early if you're gonna kind of AFK farm like this. This is a style showed off by CDC and TI5 where you're carry farms all the time, but whenever there's a fight, you just have the Boots of Travel so you can TP in any time. And if you don't think there's going to be a fight for 45 seconds, since there's a reduced cooldown on travels compared to TP, you just go run and farm a jungle, farm another lane, and come back in 45 seconds. I think it's an awesome way to play carry. And anyway, it looks like there's going to be a bit of a tussle here. Tornado going to come and clip Timpura. Going to set up the call from Reg. minTea's coming in, though. Let's see how this goes. Oh! Looks like minTea just tries to blink out. Kifi was canceled. PinoSmash is going to die, but he's going to drop the macro pyre. minTea's going to take a lot of damage in the process. Timpura doesn't want to go through. He's going to get connected on by Molester. Going to start getting bashed, and he's completely out of mana. minTea, meanwhile, hiding in the trees. Timpura looks like he's about to go down. Reg's actually taking a lot of damage from minSoap. She's going to have a slow up, and that might be able to finish him off. But he's going to get called. He's going to say, I'll take you down with me, you fool, and he's going to spin. Meanwhile, minTea Dong is hiding in the trees. Probably just going to blink away, and he does. So 2-for-1 trade. Fight recap shows that actually a heavy EXP advantage going the way of FJesse, and Gold Change obviously favoring them as well. Let's check the net worth here. This is a crazy game, and I've got some sort of a text. Let's see if this is important or what. Shout out to my dad. He told me to be quiet. Alright, let's just take a second to calm down here. This is Dota 2 is it's not an emotional game. It's like a zen experience, really. Ooh, Slark's dying. Oh, he's just farming jungle camps. So actually, if you look at the net worth, Slark's kind of turning things around here. Managing to keep up with Hankinator at this point. I think it's just because he's died those couple times. He had this Yasha pretty early, but he hasn't been able to turn into anything else. It looks like he might be able to die again if Timpura can get the silence off before he starts to spin. And it looks like the Rockman's going to go in first, which is probably a mistake. Rotation coming in from Mom Spaghetti as well. TPs will start to come in. minSoap's diving deep. She might be in a bit of trouble. EMP is going to connect to the minSoap, draining all the mana. Hankinator is silenced though, not able to ult. Dunk from Reg's gonna come out, and the control from Reg. He's gonna get another dunk on a tickle. No, he doesn't even need it. Timpura dropping low. Aggressive blink from Reg. He doesn't have any mana. Dong Molester though has got the ult, and he's gonna use it to finish off Timpura. It's gonna be a 0-for-3 trade. 18 to 18 kills at 20 minutes. That's almost 2 kills per minute. Oh boy, games like this, man. Games like this. And every time I play a game, it's 80-minute Medusa versus Spectre Farm Fest. Not that I dislike any of those heroes. I actually find Spectre very enjoyable, and Medusa to some extent. But yeah, those are not heroes that end games quickly. So looks like with on the back of an excellent team fight, FJesse gonna rotate in. I keep saying rotate in. I need to control myself. Gonna claim a tier 2 tower on the bot lane. Gonna get themselves some nice item progressions. And the best part is Hankinator did not die. He's actually going into the Manta style. And Mom Spaghetti will be able to clean up a kill on the Slark. Interesting. I guess they managed to catch him out with a charge or something, and he's going to go into an SNY or a Manta. Most likely an SNY. Probably the better Slark item of the two. Basically the poor man's Scotty. And going to be a Force Staff pickup on Invoker. Yeah, I really like the way this Mom Spaghetti is itemizing his Invoker here. He doesn't really need to be damage, he just needs to provide the control for the heroes, because you can see how well they're able to chain the stuns together. And Hankinator doesn't have his Manta, because I was going to say, with the Manta style, he can just split away from this silence and be no problem. Timpura is starting to dive deep. He looks like he's too committed, but the charge from Dong Molester is going to come in. Timpura is going to be controlled. Sent back from Hankinator, but he's not going to go too far. And COTE tries to help his friend, but in the end, his friend has only got Davai on the mind. Meanwhile, oh, Tickle is going to surprise Pino. Unfortunately, going to end up throwing the catapult. minTea doesn't have the blink. Now he'll be able to get it. We'll be able to purge off the ice path and secure himself a solid kill as COTE rotates back towards his friends. Oh boy. Action all around. Let's check the net worth graph. That is not the net worth graph. Now we go. About 5k in favor of FJesse. So you can see this is the kind of the dip where the team fight started working out really well for Waruda, but again, once they stop winning every team fight, FJesse just split up and farm and they start doing better. So yeah, gonna be a Blade Mail pickup for Reg. Anything else across the board? Manta style was done. It looks like it's being delivered to him right now. Let's just bring up the items menu while we're at it. Looks like there's going to be a Shadow Blade or perhaps a Glimmer Cape being worked on by Dong Molester. Both great items on Spirit Breaker. Item progression on Timpura hasn't really been there. Tickle this has picked up a Blink. Looks like he's got a Drums as well. So able to get off that Blink combo. minSoap trying to put together a Force Staff. And COTE putting together the Aghanims first, actually. So kind of aggressive items. Not necessarily the Force Staff, but just the Aghanims first build. Going to be, you know, I think it's pretty strong. There's no real BKBs coming out. And Tickle this going to reveal the Blink, but he's not going to be able to connect on anybody. That's something I say a lot too. Looks like Timpura is going to find out PinoSmash though, and with no major items finished, he's just going to go down. He is working on the Yules, which is, I think, a great choice, but he's not really big on much. Meanwhile, Teamfight is breaking out. EMP is going to go off in the middle of everyone. So, rip Dire Hero's mana. COTE standing in the middle of a static storm, but it's not going to be enough to finish him off. Tickle is probably going to tick out to the Axe. Axe Dunk will whiff though. And Hankinator, yep, they're going to be able to finish off COTE. Claim a nice 2-for-1. They will lose Jakiro, but they'll get some revenge for their friend and claim 2 kills for themselves. And not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. Looks like Timpura's been trying to work on this S and Y. Will be that choice. Whoa, he goes back in for a last hit. Not sure if he wanted that. He's going to start dropping low. Right clicks from Mom Spaghetti, but enough to be able to finish off Timpura. And now Dog Molester's gone into minSoap, but Mom Spaghetti is not on the same page. He's got actually 4 staff forward. He doesn't really have a spell. Here's the Cold Snap. They're going deep. And with the charge from Dog Molester, oh yeah, looks like minSoap's in a lot of trouble with the 17% coming through. But will they be able to secure themselves? No! Blink from minTea. Call from Rega to keep him alive. If they can burst him down before he gets the ult off. No, he gets the ult off. Rega going to start taking a lot of damage now. S and Y is going to be retrieved. And minTea going to be able to clean up a kill. But they only got 1, and that was a pretty aggressive dive. So I think that kind of shows the state of the game for F Jesse. They feel really confident that they're pretty far ahead. In actuality, it's only about 5k, but I think that's enough for them to say, okay guys, we're in a great position, let's just go for it. And it's kind of strange to see the net worth so skewed like this. You normally see like an anti-mage in the Slark's position, so definitely good on him to keep his farm up. Of course, the Midas helps with that. But really, all the net worth the Slark's put together, and it's just, they're not able, I feel like he's not able to do enough with it right now. I think he needs one more item, and I'm thinking it's a Scotty. That'll be enough to make him a real threat in this game. Because right now, ideally, like, the best position to be in as a Slark is when you can just take down enemies one at a time, and Slark's pretty good against, he's great against Juggernaut, because if Juggernaut ults you and he doesn't have a basher, you just pop your ult, and if there's no one around, Jug wastes his ult. He's kind of tanky enough so he won't get burst down by the axe anymore, and Invoker could potentially drain all his mana, the biggest threat. So it's not a great game to be a Slark, actually. But yeah, he's definitely, he's leading the net worth by a pretty sizable margin over the rest of his team, and, slightly above the Juggernaut as well. So definitely something to keep him in this game. Second S and Y is going to come on, and Dog Molester is going to pop the invis, going to connect with the stun on to Tickle This. Don't think he's going to have enough to finish him off unless he gets really lucky with the bashes. Tickle This manning up though with the back from minTea. Unfortunately, the leap's going to fall a little short. Monster going to throw the Tornado, EMP. minTea, oh, actually, COTE gets the send back on the Dong Molester. He doesn't have the Shadow Blade up for 11 seconds. Meanwhile, minTea, I don't know where he is, so we're just going to look up here. Dong Molester drops low. He does go down. minTea has backed up a little bit. Ult from Jesse. Gonna go on to creeps. Oh no. He's going to get silenced. He gets ulted off. Great. Ice Path comes in for PinoSmash, and COTE with a Static Storm on top of everybody. Hankinator is starting to take a lot of damage, but minTea's not there. He can't clean up. He's down low. Who's he fighting up against? He's fighting up against Mom Spaghetti, but he doesn't have the sight, so I'm not wasting time. You're gonna have to try to come in. minSoap dropping low. Does have a stun up in a couple seconds. Reg not deciding to go deep. minTea's a bit low on mana. Doesn't have the ult. Will blink out though. Reg's actually gonna come in. Doesn't get the call off. They really need that control. He'll get the control. Stun from PinoSmash gonna come in as well. minTea dropping really low. Stun from minSoap gonna keep minTea alive for now, but it's not going to be enough. minSoap should be okay with the 4 staff of her own, and she will be able to just dodge the Tornado. Might need to stun on Reg, and the dunk will go off, so they're going to dive in deep. Slark buys back. He's going to come into the fight, and this could easily be a triple kill. He's going to secure Mom Spaghetti. This tower sees it for now, but he's only got a couple right clicks, and Mom Spaghetti is just going to be able to get away. Now, minTea does pop the ult to try to catch up. He might be able to catch PinoSmash here, or try to get really lucky and catch Mom Spaghetti, but I think he's just going to go for the stable PinoSmash kill. He blinks. Ice Path from Pino. Didn't connect. Jump is not going to hit either. And minTea just can't connect. Oh, Tickle This needs a stun. Oh, they're going to get sent back. And PinoSmash will go down. But it was a buyback on minTea, and they only managed to get 1 kill, which is definitely not what they're hoping for. Timpura has come in, but he does have Dust, so if he runs into Mom Spaghetti, he'll probably be able to kill him. But he's behind a tier 1 tower, and not that many heroes on FJ are low, so buyback really hurts him a lot. Hankinator going to go on with the Scotty. Going to split early, and that's going to indicate to Timpura which one the real one is. But then a charge from Dog Molester coming out. And even with the mischance from Hankinator, he's still feeling confident he can man fight. minSoap going to rotate in. Dog Molester comes in as well. Bam! Hit on the Timpura. minSoap 4 staffs aggressively. Shadow Blade to try to kill Timpura quicker. And Reg going to come in and secure with the call. No, Molester gonna pop the ult on the minSoap, and minSoap just try to run her way out. Doesn't get the force staff off though, and gonna go down. 2 free kills basically for F Jesse, although Waruda does manage to clean up a tier 1 on bottom. Alright, 31 kills to 24, 28 minutes in. It looks like F Jesse's gonna rotate on the mid tier 2 tower. Clean that one up nicely with no buyback on minTea and no real item progression on most of the Waruda heroes. F Jesse looking themselves in a great position to take this game as they approach a 10k net worth lead. And now this time they're charging on the minTea. I don't think Dong Molester alone can secure this kill, but if he can keep him in place and prevent the blink long enough, more friendly heroes will be arriving. minTea will leap into the trees, and that'll probably be enough to secure him the blink out and TP. And he might even rotate up to the top lane and try to finish off PinoSmash. Pino does have a TP already. It looks like he's got a Void Stone, and he might go right into the sheep. Lots of disable, lots of mana regen coming out from him, and Timpura is going to spot out Pino. He's going to Yule's himself defensively to remove the silence, but minTea's coming as well. Looks like this will be the end of PinoSmash. 3 kill, 2 more rotations come out from Waruda. Not really sure what that's about. But in the meantime, F Jesse rotated into Roche, and it looks like with a Roche on Hankinator, that's going to put him in a great spot to just high ground and close out this game. And I'm going to have it sit there for a second, and Jesse will indeed pick it up. Force Staff's going to be the next item for Reg. Dog Molester, nothing new. Mom Spaghetti going into perhaps a sheep or a Scotty of his own. And yeah, S&Y finished on Timpura and minTea, but beyond that, they just haven't been able to put the items together. You know, I really think this this lineup, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I mean, it's, you know, I don't think Tiny's a great hero on its own, but I think if you put Tiny mid, put Night Stalker off lane, he pretty much just gets almost as much out of the lane. And you get a lot more time to farm on your Tiny, but really, when you don't get, like, item progression on your Tiny, he's good for this one combo. And they will be able to fat out minTea. He does get the lead, which is going to hold Reg in place, but he's in a position for a call, which is, oh no, call won't connect. He won't, which means minTea will probably be able to work his way out of this one. Charge is coming through from Dong Molester, and COTE going to pop the field to zone out the rest of the heroes. minTea and COTE need to get out of there, though. There's a fight happening on all sides. I don't even know where to look. Hankinator's thinking about going in, but decides not to, and in the end, both teams not really feeling like they're in a confident position to just jump in and fight. Yeah. Yep. Alright. Waruda, what do you guys gotta do? This is a really... because the style Waruda played was basically they needed to snowball completely. Timpura, I don't even know what he's going for. He's kind of saving his money, perhaps thinking he's not sure. But yeah, they went for an all-in strategy. They said we're going to group up and push early, and we're just going to win every single fight, one after the other, and we're going to win the game off of that. But as you can see from the net worth, when they stopped winning those fights, F Jesse just split up and farm, and Waruda stuck together. Yeah, they occasionally got kills, but they weren't able to put together enough objectives off of it without trading too much in the process with F Jesse. So F Jesse in a commanding position this lane. Could have taken some great plays from Waruda in order to secure it. I think on the back, you know, the fights they won were on the back of great static storms from COTE, and I think that's, you know, they need to basically have someone go in, probably Tickle, and Timpura not... Oh, he's getting charged by Dong Molester. Okay, let's check this out. Dong Molester's going deep. He's going to get Alacrity put on him as well. Remainder of Waruda are going to try to rotate in, but it's not going to be fast enough. Dong Molester's attacking very fast. Looks like he's going to start going into the AC, and with that pick off, he does have buyback, but it's going to put them in a great spot to take high ground with the Aegis on Hankinator as well. So another charge is going to come out, this one on the COTE, and if he pops the Shadow Blade, he's not going to see him coming. Might be able to get lucky with the bashes and the attack speed. COTE trying to run his way out, he's going to send him back, and COTE will be able to survive for now. Rest of the Dire heroes not yet ready to make a dive, and Scotty will be finished up on Hankinator, so with being so tanky, having an Aegis, having the defensive capability of a Manta style, they're just looking in such a good spot, and it's going to take a great hold from Waruda in order to win this game. So let's see what they manage to hold out. Let's see if F Jesse can take this high ground, or if they're going to get punished for their risky move. Reg sitting on the high ground, waiting to counter initiate. PinoSmash hitting the tower, putting the liquid fire on, and Mom Spaghetti a bit further back, and they're going to push in 2 lanes at the same time. They're going to try to wait out Timpura. They don't have the They don't have the glyph up though. Tickle is gonna go in. minTea's gonna go in. COTE's gonna get the static storm off on Hankinator, and they will be able to burst down Hankinator, but he does have the Aegis, so he'll be back, and he'll be looking to pop his ult right away. Meanwhile, Timpura is gonna come out, gonna stop Reg from counter-initiating, and ult will come through from Hankinator, gonna do pretty good damage all around. 2 go down already. Reg comes in, gonna get the dunk on the mid, so minTea's starting to drop low. Another dunk could have come out from Reg, doesn't even need it. The last hero's up in the air, he's spinning. Buyback has come out from Tickle. Timpura on the run, trying to get out, but once the slow comes through from Hankinator, oh, Timpura's still fast, but another call comes through from Reg. He doesn't have the dunk, he must have blew it earlier. Tickle this, gonna toss combo. He actually will be able to finish off Reg, so they do get 1 in the process, but it will be a buyback from Timpura, and without the Aegis on Hankinator, this is their best chance. They already lost 1 lane of Rax though. With the tornado from Monster Spaghetti, they're getting controlled. Silence from Monster Spaghetti, he can't do too much. Timpura is starting to take a lot of damage from Hankinator. And Tickle this now taking the damage as well. They can't fight. They just have to back out, and this is going to give Hankinator and Monster Spaghetti the space they need to possibly take another lane of Rax, although with minSoap and COTE coming up in about 5 seconds, it's kind of a stretch to take it. Hankinator good slow. Tickle this gonna come in with a combo. Avalanche doesn't connect. PinoSmash zones them away with the Ice Path. And Tickle this says, no, we're going, boys. We're going. And with Timpura behind him, no, they're not gonna try to dive for more. So it'll be a full lane of Rax that are claimed by FJesse, as well as a tier 3 tower on the bot lane. And as we can see from the net worth, a huge spike up in favor of FJesse. They forced out, I'm sure, 2 buybacks. Yeah. And just continue to be dominant in this game. If you know, item progressions are just not there. minTea's trying to put together the Scotty, but I think that since that 1 buyback where they didn't get enough out of it, it's just put them in a very hard spot to catch up from. Slark is a hero you really want to, you know, snowball on, and he hasn't been able to do it this game just because I'm not really sure, actually. I feel like he could 1v1 a lot of these FJesse heroes, but like I said before, there was the terrible duo. There was this Axe and this Spirit Breaker that were together a lot. Juggernaut, he's the hero he can't really take on his own, because Jug can just spin off Slark's pounce. And Jakiro and Axe, like, Jakiro is probably the easiest kill, but, you know, now with his Yules, like, you know, Slark goes on that, he just Yules himself, and Slark potentially has to waste his ult just to kill him. So anyway, it looks like we're going to have FJesse rotating most of their heroes in the top lane. Dong Molester is going to charge in later with that AC aura. Timpura is going to spot out Monster Spaghetti. Going to silence him as well. He's actually a bit out of position. Monster Spaghetti going to pop the... Ooh, BKB comes out from Reg. I didn't even notice that. COTE's up in the air. Not getting... Oh, nice 2-man call from Reg onto Timpura and COTE. COTE not even... Oh, he will drop the Static Storm before it dies, but can't drop the wall. Monster Spaghetti actually dropping low. Taking a lot of AoE damage. Might burn out to the Ogre. Yeah, he will. But in the meantime, Hankinator comes in, drops the ult. minTea's the last man alive, and he's just using his ult to run away. And with his blink constantly being cancelled, he's going to get bashed. He can try to leap into the trees, but he's getting charged by the Dong Molester, and Slark's about to have his Donger Molester. Oh! Oh, he blinks out, actually! He doesn't have a TP, though, so it's not a great situation for him to be in. They ping out exactly where he is, but I think at this point, they just got to play objective gaming, and with 4 heroes dead on Waruda, fuck Jesse. Ooh. I mean, FJesse continuing to look strong in this game. 36 minutes in, Waruda having their tier 4s beaten off. Who's messaging me now? Alright. Looks like FJesse just going to be able to clean up the top lane of Rax, and with a single set standing on bottom Waruda, looks like they're going to give it 1 more shot to try to defend. Or they're just going to call the GG now. And yeah, we'll take one last look at the net worth. But yeah, there was one small dip that started to look okay for Waruda, but they just weren't able to continually put this team fights together in order to snowball the game. So just really well drafted by FJesse. They picked a draft that didn't, they could fight well, but didn't need all their heroes to do so. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say from that. Yeah, thanks for watching. GG, well played.
Donger.
The game.
You're not my favorite man, Alan.
Why?
Am I?
You screwed all of my plans.
Oh. Well,
Yeah,
actually, I
G-
wasn't drafting, so you could thank
okay.
Pino for drafting.
Nah, dude, I went AFK and I came back. I'm like, okay, you got a ball there. Let's go.
Yeah, GG Molester.
I went.
GG minTea.
Ah, dude, this Dota market lied. They're like, oh, the immortal for fucking Night Stalker 77 cents. I'm like, oh. Click it, $9. Oh.
It's a small difference.
Well, I think it's just about the whole set, but all the pieces are like dirt cheap.
Oh, really?
Yeah, all the pieces are like super dirt cheap.
Oh, well.
That's just people selling the entire set together, which always people always
that?
set the price. The Night Stalker one.
Oh. It's a nice set. You gotta get your cosmetic game up, Tim.
Yeah, dude.